Hi, welcome back to Vola Tv. It's lovely to see you all. I'm joined today by Matthew Boyle, our head teacher. How are you, Matthew?
I'm great, and once again it's you and I together in the Vola TV format.
Yeah.
I'm very fortunate, 2 in a row.
We'll be thinking about new conscripts for next time, eh?
Absolutely.
Want to talk to you a wee bit today about split lunches, and you'll have heard about that last year and our intention to implement split lunches. And do you want to tell everyone how you feel it's going along just now, Matthew?
Yes, it's important that people in the community know that we don't have a full formal evaluation yet. However, we've gone from having up to 1,000 young people in our central entry lunch area to no more than 500 at a time, and often in practice quite a few fewer than that. Mm-hmm. And the result is much more availability of tables for young people to enjoy their lunch and eat in peace. Much calmer atmosphere. We have an entranceway that can be very noisy, just because it's got hard metal ceilings and everything just feels calmer, nicer, lovelier. Plus, of course, we've got better spacing, for COVID proofing and COVID safety in the school. Mm-hmm. So we think it's working really well. However, there are costs. Nothing ever comes with no cost.
No.
So we have, for example, had to move our registration so that it's part of a later period in the day rather than early, and that means that in the morning, of course, we have a particular challenge, and that people who may previously have come a few minutes late weren't disrupting lessons. Now are, because at 10 to 9 now, at that moment lessons start, teachers have prepared and planned, and we want young people to be in to enjoy those lessons, to be able to take part in them and not disrupt others. And
we've taken some action about that, haven't we? As of this week, we've put in place a new system where if a young person's late to school, they give their name to the office very quickly. We welcome them into school at that point, but you'll get a text home. Their parents will get a text home so that you know. Now, it might be that you dropped them off a bit late, and we know things happen, so if you get that text, you already know that they're late, and you can kind of ignore that and move on. But if you've sent them out to school early and they're turning up late, then that's obviously an opportunity for you to have a conversation with your child at home. And there's so many important reasons you want to be in time, aren't there?
Absolutely.
If you miss the start to a lesson, then it's really, really hard to enjoy the lesson and get caught up. And we are all about improving things for this community. So we want to make sure that young people are getting the best experience in class, and the way to do that is to be on time and in every day.
And our whole mission as a school is to get young people ready for their careers. Yeah. This is the life that they have ahead. You have to arrive on time. So please don't be offended if you get that text message. That's our way of giving you that information, because we do hear occasionally from parents that didn't know, and it's purely about that. So take the information, do your best to support us with that, and we're trying to support you with the information. Yeah. One more thing to say about lunches before we move on. Another thing that we've seen is, because we've got the split lunch, we've struggled a little bit to ensure that the second sitting can have a clean up in between. And we took the step that I think actually every school probably should be doing all the time. We asked the seniors who are in first, would you please clean your tables before you move on? And actually, a few of them looked at us as if to say, clean our own tables. Well, now they do that. We give them antiseptic wet wipes. They give the table a wipe down. They tidy it. It's lovely. Then the next sitting come in, and they've got the older students having looked after them and done a kindness for them and got the table ready. It's wonderful, and it does cross our mind. Maybe at home, if you're doing a bit too much for your children, maybe you could say, I hear you wipe down the tables at school. How about wiping down our table?
You never know where that might lead. Clean bedrooms, grass getting cut, any sort of thing.
Heaven forbid.
Now, talking about all those positive things that are happening in class, we're recognising that next week, aren't we, with our senior awards ceremony, which is on Tuesday afternoon next week. So that's one that we're really, really looking forward to. It's a big annual tradition at the school, and it's also a sign that we're beginning to get back to normal after some really, really difficult times, I think it's fair to say, over the last couple of years. So we're really looking forward to that Tuesday.
And it's worth mentioning Miss Palin in this context. Honestly, we had a few years ago facing no award ceremonies because we can't have big groupings all in one hall. And Miss Palin has refined and gradually virtualised the whole ceremony, trying different approaches so that it's very slick. It happens with students in their classes celebrating together but still separately, and parents can look at it on YouTube later if they want to enjoy the celebration too. So, as the Americans say, props to Miss Palin.
Absolutely. And talking about something that parents can engage with, we had a meeting of our parent council last night.
Yes.
Yeah, just last night. So, I think what we want to see is the parent counsellor, are fabulous, so interested in supporting the school. If you've got time to be involved, then please get involved. You can contact Miss Palin at the school, who will talk you through how to access that meeting. And indeed, I think there's a Facebook page for our parent counsellor as well. You've probably seen that. The algorithms have probably directed you towards it if you've got a young person at the school. So have a look out for that. And if you can get involved, you will be very, very welcome.
Yeah, they need you, and don't be afraid of coming to these meetings. They're fun, they're pleasant, they're fairly quick meetings. Yeah. They're business-like, and you learn a lot about what the school's doing, and you help hold us to account and have us think and explain, what we're doing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much for joining us in Vola TV this week. We'll see you again very soon. Thank you, Matthew.
Thank you, Barry, and we'll see you all again soon.